Hi, everyone. Welcome back to All Kinds of Advice podcast. For today's episode, we are going to be talking about, the drama between Tommie and Tamar. Who, child, it's heavy, it's dramatic, and we're here to discuss the drama because, that's what it's all about. But before I go into it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Let's keep it growing and flowing. Oh, child. Woo, Lord. I would have never thought in a million years these two would be beefing with each other, but they are. So recently, Tamar, woke up, Tommie was, minding her business, and Tamar woke her up in terms of like with the shenanigans that's going on between the two of them. So Tamar is on tour, recently she got back with Jeremy, that was her ex-fiance. They had broken up, a couple months prior. And she was at her concert um as saying that I know I'll quote what she said. She said, I know y'all are lying if you thought I was gonna let my man go because he took some crackhead to a basketball game. So the crackhead she's alluding to the fact that Tommie is a crackhead and she does drugs, that sort of thing. But I personally don't think Tommie does drugs. Obviously I don't know for sure because I don't know her, but her body doesn't seem like, or her face doesn't seem like she does drugs, unless if she covers it up pretty well. But their whole drama and feud between the two of them happened when Tamar and Jeremy had broken up, and Jeremy took Tommie to a basketball game, and they were kikiing, and hanging out with each other. And after shortly after that whole fiasco, Tamar pretty much went back with Jeremy because I guess after she seen like, Tommie was with him at the basketball game, she was like, I ain't gonna make this girl take my man. And I'm just looking at her like, that ain't no man to want to have to go back with. Like, girl, this is not it. You know what I'm saying? And then she's on stage saying a whole bunch of stuff. Like she was saying that, he's a good man, Savannah. And I was like, damn, like Tamar is going outside. Like, this is not a good look. Like, why would you want to go back with a man that talked to somebody that you were beefing and had you out here in these streets embarrassing you? There's one thing, for a guy to talk to a woman, secretly where, no one knows about it. But this man was planted all over social media, a number of channels, social media outlets, or bloggers posted the fact that he was with Tommie at this basketball game, and here you are on stage pledging for this man. I don't know. I would have never took this man back. And the fact that she called Tommie a crackhead, Tommie was like, she ain't gonna play with me because they had gotten back together, and Tommie didn't come out. She let them, be together, didn't say anything, And as I said, Tamar went and talk her shit and woke up Tommie, and Tommie is not going to take any sort of disrespect, and Tommie likes to fight. Like, she's going to defend herself, and she's going to come out and say what she wants to say, and she doesn't give a damn. So Tommie responded, and I knew she wasn't going to take long to respond, and I was waiting. I was waiting for Tommie's response. So Tommie said, all it took. So Tommie allegedly or apparently, had messaged him on Instagram, it looks like, or some social media channel, and she, complimented him and told him that he had a nice suit. And Tommie alludes to the fact that that's all it took for him to, sort of be thirsty. And Tommie also posted the receipts where they were talking online. And when Tommie complimented him, he said that they should go to dinner for some time. And then Tommie mentioned as well that he flew her out, and pretty much like I guess they went to a hotel aside from the basketball game and that sort of thing. And I was just like, it could not be me, child. Like, had if it was my man and we had broken up, and you take somebody I'm beefing with to a game, or you even entertain them in any sort of way, just best believe, sir, we are never going to get back together, ever, ever, ever. So I'm just like, it's crazy. And she's Tommie also says that um, he was down to play op games and he was thirsty. And Tommy is so shadeful and she's here for the shenanigans. And we love the drama. We're here for it too. Tommy goes, I would not take anything like this, or I would not take this relationship serious, my love. Like that's what she was saying to Tamar. And Tommy also alluded to the fact I almost cried with tears. Like I was like, this is so hilarious and this is filled with drama. Tommy said that, she knew that she could not play these games or sort of, take Jeremy serious when he I guess paid for, I think it's a hotel, I think it's called Wardoff. She couldn't play any more games with him when she figured that, he paid for it with points. And she just like, I guess she's alluding to the fact that his money is not like large, or he doesn't have an immense amount of money if he's paying for things with points. And I sort of agree with her in a sense. I'm not against people using points, but it's kind of like if you're trying to flex on a girl and you obviously have taken her out, like show her that you have some bank. Like, come on now, bro. Like, what is it? So, I was like, oh Lord, look how she embarrassed Tamar out here. Like Tamar thought she ate when she called her a crackhead, but Jesus, Tommie's clapback, I have to say, her clapback was good. She has Tamar looking and acting like a fool out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? We're here for the shenanigans. And then, Tommie also mentioned that, Jeremy also told her some of, Tamar's business. She said, he said that he kicked you out of his house. And Jeremy also told Tommie that, Tamar, show is not sold out, despite the fact that, Tamar has been going around out here in the streets saying that her tour, is sold out. It could be sold out, but I have a problem. Like, even if, like so we have broken up, why are you out here in these streets telling somebody that I'm feeding with my business? Like, this man has no behavior and he's out of control. And I don't feel like Tamar should have given him any sort of like another chance. Like, he has a leaky mouth syndrome and he has got to go. And then she even said something even further, and I was crying tears even more. She goes, you need to check if you're sleeping, who you're sleeping with. You're sleeping with the enemy. And I have to agree with Tommie. As much as the situation is, bashful, as much as it's messy, as much as it is like shenanigans and the drama, she is telling her the truth in a sense. And they always say, like, people that don't like you or your enemy is always going to tell you the truth more than an actual friend. And she's telling you the truth. Like, Tamar, get out. You are sleeping with the enemy. You cannot come back from this. Let this man go, baby girl. There's other men out here in these streets. What is you doing, child? What are you doing? You're Tamar Braxton. Come on now. You make this man play in your face. This is not a good look. This looks crazy. I'm so sorry. Like, and then the only thing that Tommie did that was kind of watching her side eye. She said that Jeremy flew her out and she didn't have intercourse with him, but she let him eat her ass out. I was like, God damn, no, she did. Oh my God, like, why did Tamar go and bother Tommie? Tommie is not the one. Girl, leave this man alone. I would have never finna take him back after he, did this with another person. Like, Tamar, run for the hills. Leave this man alone. Tommie is out here making you look shame. We understand you made a mistake and you took him back. And you're on stage talking about this man is a good man and you were not going to let a crackhead take your man. Girl, this is not a good look. The crackhead that you're talking about did, in fact, take your man. He flew her out and he paid money, whether he did it with points or not. Go away from this man, Tamar. Oh my, like, no, it's crazy. Like, but one thing, Tommie did, as I said, that was, I was kind of watching her side eye. If she said that, Jeremy, at her ass and everything. And then in the, while she was trolling Tamar, she said that, her and her man laughed at this, and her man, would never entertain like a op, like he would never talk to like, anyone, like you wouldn't talk to Tamar, she mentioned. And I was just like, oh my God, you let another man eat your ass and you have a man at home? What kind of man is this? This is like, oh my goodness, like the shenanigans, like, come on now, Tommie, like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like, Tommie sort of like he played you too in a sense, you know what I'm saying? Yes, your clap back to Tamar was like entertaining and crazy, but Tamar, like, no man, like I feel like, like she can't come back from this. Like I feel like, Tommie styled her enough, and I don't feel like she can, come back from this. What I would say to Tamar, my advice is to, let this man go. You could do better. Yes, you're I feel like Tamar is in love with Jeremy more than Jeremy is in love with her. This man embarrassed you more than once. Like, give it up. And you're on public stage declaring your love for this man. This is not no Russell Simmons that we're talking about, baby girl. This is not no man to show off to the world. Like, get it together. Wrap this up before the end of December, Tamar. Do not go into the new year with this man. It is not a good look. I'm so sorry. This is crazy. But this is my take on the whole situation. I feel like, Tommie clapped back, in a good way. Jeremy obviously played her too. And he's playing the both of them. Like he is not ready for commitment of any sort, and he's not mature. Like, come on now, we gotta do better. Like, ladies, like, no, 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 no. But let me know in the comment section below what you all think about the whole situation. Did you like, Tommie's clapback? Did you feel that, Tamar should have been professing her love for this man when he ain't shit? Like, let me know, guys, what you think. Let's get a fun debate going, because we're here for the drama and the shenanigans, and it's the tea is hot, hot, hot. Okay, but that's all for today for All Kinds of Advice podcast, and I'll catch you guys on the next episode. Take care. Ciao.